Hello friends, welcome back to Restart UPSC. So far we have completed 50 questions, right? And in this video, let's solve from the 51st to 75 questions. In the Government of India Act 1919, the functions of provincial government were divided into reserved and transferred subjects. Okay, which of the following were treated as reserved subject? Now see here friends, he has given four things, that is administration of justice, local self-government, land revenue, police. See, this is there, no? This is part of transferred subject, not part of reserved subject, right? See, transfer subjects are the subjects where the governor will administer these subjects with the aid and advice of the ministers, okay, by the legislative council, right? And these subjects are there, they are very important subjects, and these are administered by governor himself with the help of executive council. Okay, this is called the system of diarchy, right? Now see, 2 should not be there. Remove 2. Answer is C, right? Very easy question. Now, what becomes important is C. The Government of India Act 1919. We know how important all these Charter Acts and Government Councils Acts and also Government of India Act 1919, 1935 as well. They're very, very important, right? So we have to revise all these acts. Okay. Now, let's go to the 52nd question. In the medieval India, the term phalam referred to. It is nothing but coins. Very simple question only. These term-based questions are there. No, if we know, we know. If not, please try your level best to decode the words. If it is not coming, you can leave these type of questions. Why? Because sometimes these type of questions will be there. No, if we don't know all the 4 options, it becomes deadly for us, right? And now see, these term-based questions are mostly asked in UPSC. So, of course, if the questions are coming out of blue, we cannot do anything. But if the terms are coming from NCRTs, basic NCRTs, then we should not lose these type of questions. Why? Because see, if we don't know that question, it's okay. But the people who know, they'll score 2 marks more than us, right? So NCRTs becomes very important. Term-based questions also become very important. And see, the easiest way to revise these things is Shivin sir has given these terminologies at one place. You can find that PDF in the website of Shivin sir. Okay, free resources, it will be there. So you can, from there you can revise it. Or else read NCRTs, especially art and culture, ancient history, medieval history. The themes will be there. No, from there only questions are coming. So it becomes very important, friends. Right? Now coming to 53rd question. Consider the freedom fighters. Okay, Virendra Kumar Ghosh, Jogesh Chandra Chatterjee, Raj Bihari Bose. Who of the above were actively associated with the Gadar party? Say friends, Gadar party. And it was only Raj Bihari Bose who was associated with Gadar party. Okay, the answer is D. Why not these 2 people is? I'll let you know. See, Virendra Kumar Ghosh is there, no? He is the brother of Aravindo Ghosh. Okay, and these are also revolutionaries, but they were at the West Bengal side. Okay, and he is not associated with this Gadar party. And see, Jogesh Chandra Chatterjee is also from Bengal, and he belongs to Anushilan Samiti of Bengal, and later he joined the Hindustan Republican Association. Okay, now see, we got here the answer. What becomes very important is, see, revolutionaries chapters is there, no? These are very, very important, friends. What we always do is, we think, we just see revolutionaries as some 10 pages or 20 pages chapter, right? So we should not look at the revolutionaries that way, and we have to read it with the greatest interest as we read the Gandhian phase. Right? These are also very, very important. See, this shows how UPSC is showing interest in the revolutionary organizations and acknowledging their role in the freedom struggle. Right? Now, coming to 54th question. With reference to the proposals of Cripps mission, consider the following statements. Right? The Constituent Assembly would have members nominated by provincial assemblies as well as princely state. No, nominated by, sorry, it is elected by provincial assemblies, nominated by princely state. Right? So first statement is wrong. Now, any province which is not prepared to accept the new constitution would have the right to sign a separate agreement with Britain regarding its future status. See, this is a very straightforward statement, right? It is clearly there in the spectrum, and also whichever book you find, even the same Not exact words, but the essence will be the same. Even it is there in Lakshmikant as well and spectrum as well. Right? So, second statement is correct. First statement is wrong. Now what becomes very, very important is, see, this type of mission, Scripps mission and Simon Commission, all these things are there, no? Especially which are constituted by the British for the luring of Indian freedom fighters. Okay, in the name of dominion status or in the name of independence, all these things, they are very, very important, friends. Okay, especially this Scripps mission is very important. Cabinet mission is also very important. Okay, let's revise all these chapters from spectrum. Right? Coming to 55th question. With reference to Indian history, consider the following texts. Okay. Which of the above are Jaina texts? Okay. See here, friends, these type of questions are there, no? Usually we don't know. So if you really don't know these type of questions, please skip those questions then and there itself. Okay, don't play with some type of logics. Don't go through those logics. Okay. Now see, sometimes what happens in these four things, you may know that you may know that at least this is not part of it, that is not part of it, or if you can get converged to 50-50 chances, then you can attempt this question. Right? If you don't know all the four, please skip it. Right? I've done this type of mistakes many times and I've lost negative marks. Okay. Now see here, friends, the answer is, see, this is not a Jaina text. Okay. This is also not Jaina text. These two are Jaina texts. Okay. The answer is B. Even I also don't know. Okay. I've seen the solutions, that's why I'm telling you. This belongs to Buddhism only. Okay. And see, this Parishishta Parvan, it was written as Hemachandra. I think this is a very famous writing. Hemachandra is also a very famous person. Right? Now come. Now, see, this is Buddha text, right? Now, Avadana Shataka is also the Buddhist text. This is Buddhist text. This is Buddhist text. Right? And this is there, no, it is written by Jinasena. Acharya Jinasena. Okay. So this is Jaina text. This is Jaina text. Now see what becomes very important. We think that okay, he is asking about Buddhist text and Jaina text. We'll make a list of it. Right? Now again, what UPSC made us, or sometimes it might have done it as well. Now since it has given Neti Prakarana as an option here, and then the later part, it can ask direct question on this, a dedicated question on this. Right? So what we have to do, looking at the solution is not the complete task. Right? After looking at the solutions, we need to read about all these things. And what is usually asking is asking about Jaina texts. Okay. Now what we have to do? We have to read about Buddhist texts and also, right? Other sects or other philosophical texts also will be there. No, we'll just try to make list of all these things. Okay. I'll share you in the Telegram channel. Okay. If you have the time, if you can write on your own, it is very good. Okay. If not, please come to the Telegram channel. There you can find this type of notes. Okay, I'll definitely share. I'm making notes of all those things. I'll share in the Telegram channel. Okay, before prelims, at least 1-2 months before prelims only. Let's try to complete all these PYQs, keyword analysis notes. Now, coming to 56th question. With reference to the Indian history, consider the following pairs. Okay, historical person known as. Right? Now, see here, friends. This type of questions will be there. No, in 2022, this pair type of questions were introduced. Of course, we don't know how to approach this pair type of questions, right? But for 2023, this was a hint. Okay, see, these are 3 statements are given. So usually only 2 pair will be the right answer. For this also 2 pairs is the right answer. If I had known this type of this logic or hack, I would have qualified 2023 prelims. So what is the mistake which I have done? I didn't analyze this pair type of questions which were asked in 2022. Okay, this was the greatest mistake of mine. And see, the cutoff was also less, 74 only. Right? It was the golden opportunity for me to qualify prelims, but I failed. Okay, so please don't do this type of mistakes. Not only knowing the solutions, analyzing the paper is also very, very important, which I have failed to do that, and I failed prelims 5 times. Okay, the beginners who are watching, please don't do mistakes like me. Right? Don't waste your valuable time. Now, coming to the answer. Now see here. I said no, 2 pairs is the answer. Here this person is there, no, Aryadeva. He is not a Jaina scholar, he is a Buddhist scholar. Buddhist monk. Okay, disciple of Nagarjuna. Right, and this is correct. Dignaga is a Buddhist scholar. Okay, and see, Nathamuni is also Vaishnava scholar. Right, see, if you don't know these type of questions, we can leave. If it is a pay type of questions, we can take risk. That 3 are there, so answer may be 2, can be 2. Okay, now let's go to the see. Now what we have to do? We have to read about this Aryadeva, Dignaga, Nathamuni, and also we have to make list of scholars. Okay, Jaina scholar, Buddhist scholar, Vaishnava scholars. Okay, most important people only. Right. So this is how we qualify prelims. This is how toppers qualify prelims, and this is how, if we don't do these things, you'll be like me. You'll become like me, failing prelims 5 times. Okay. Now coming to 57th question. With reference to Indian history, consider the following statements. Okay. The first Mongol invasion of India happened during the reign of Jalaluddin Khalji. Right? No, it was happened in 2021 itself. The Genghis Khan is there, no? Okay, he came up to the bank of Indus when the ruler was Iltutmish. So, first statement is wrong. During the reign of Alauddin Khilji, one Mongol assault marched up to Delhi and besieged the city. Yes, friends, this statement is absolutely true. Okay, one Mongol invasions. Mongols they usually attacked India one or the other way, one or the other time. Okay, and at the time of Alauddin Khilji also, they came up to Delhi. Right? Now, let's go to the third statement. Muhammad bin Tughlaq temporarily lost portions of northwest of his kingdom to Mongols. No friends. Muhammad bin Tughlaq is there, no? He defeated Mongols actually. Okay? No. So, answer is 2 only. Now, which becomes important? What becomes very important? He's asking about invasions. Okay? First Mongol invasions, and there are other invasions as well. So, all the invasions on India are very, very important. And also, now he's asking about Alauddin Khilji here. The names are there. But these personalities are also very important. Okay, so you have to read about regarding all these things. Right? Now, coming to 58th question. With reference to Indian history, who of the following were known as Kula Dharan? Okay, see here friends, this Kula Dharan people are there, no? Okay, they are most respected people. Right? And they used to wear some sort of a type of a cap, okay, pointed cap like this. Okay, that's why they were they're more respected people, and they used to wear these type of caps. That's why they used to call us Kuladharans. Okay, now see, by looking at these words, that Kuladharan, and we'll think that okay, it is closely linked to Kalandars. But no, sometimes we usually say no, people that break the words and we'll get the answer, right? But these are some term based questions which the language which we don't know, right? So don't do this type, don't use these type of hacks when you don't know the language, right? So the answer is Saids, right? They are most respected people in that community. They used to wear this type of cap. Okay, so term based questions are very, very important. I've said no, NCRTs are very important. Okay, if the questions are not coming from NCRT, just leave it. Okay, because not only us, many people will not be knowing about it. Okay, so coming to 59th question. With reference to Indian history, consider the following statements. Okay, the Dutch established their factories, warehouses on the east coast on the lands granted to them by Gajapati rulers. See, friends, Dutch people, they belong to some 16th century. Okay, early 16th century, right? And now coming to these Gajapati rulers, they ruled the eastern part, especially Andhra Pradesh, Bengal, and some central regions. Okay, they belong to 15th century. Okay, so this is wrong. Now see, answer is 2 and 3. Okay, so this way UPSC asks, usually the contemporary thing will be there, no? They're usually wrong. Okay, usually wrong. We must be careful with these type of statements. Right? Now see, Alfonso de Albuquerque captured Goa from Bijapur Sultanate. Yes, this is true. Right? And this he has done this with the help of Krishnadevaraya. That means what? Alfonso de Albuquerque is the contemporary of both Bijapur Sultan and also Krishnadevaraya. Right? And now see, and also what he has done? He took the help of Krishnadevaraya and he captured Goa. And he captured Bhaktal from Sri Krishnadevaraya himself. Right? So these type of things are will be there. And he is called the real founder of Portuguese power. Right? So advent of European chapters are very, very important. Now coming to the third statement. East India Company established a factory at Madras on a plot of land leased from a representative of Vijayanagar Empire. Yes, this is also true. Okay. Now see, advent of European chapters, very, very important, and especially Portuguese, the Alfonso de Albuquerque, East India Company. It is asking about Dutch. Right? So all this all the advent of European chapter is there now, is very, very important. Let's try to make notes out of it, or else it will be there in the spectrum itself. Let's revise from spectrum. We need to make notes. Unnecessarily, we don't make notes. Okay, only the things which are needed to be make notes, those only we have to do. Right? Now coming to 60th question. According to Kautilya's Arthashastra, which of the following are correct? Okay, a person could be a slave as a result of judicial punishment. No, friends, a person cannot be a slave as part of judicial punishment. Okay, it is not written in Arthashastra. Right? He can only be slave as a result of war, or if he is debted, or if he is not in a position to pay back to the creator. Okay, so first statement is wrong. And you see, here also we are getting the answer 2 and 3 only. Right? Let's see the other statements. If a female slave bore her master a son, she was legally free. Yes, this statement is also there. We don't know. Right? Now, since I know the solutions, I'm telling you, if you don't know this type of questions, or if you don't know this type of any statement among these three, okay, please don't try to attempt these type of questions. They cost us a lot. Okay. If a son born to a female slave was fathered by her master, the son was entitled to the legal status of the master's son. See, sometimes we think that okay, son is getting the legal status as the master's son. We feel that okay, this statement will be wrong. And what we'll do? We'll remove all these things and we'll mark 1 and 2. This is what I have done in the 2022 paper. Okay, but the answer was B. If I had not known, I would have left it, right? Okay, so please learn from my experiences. If you don't know, please leave that type of questions. Okay, so the answer is B. Now what we have to do? We have to know about the things which are written in the Arthashastra, not entirely, but the major basic things, these type of things. What he's asking is talking about slaves, right? So later part, sometimes again UPSC can come back with these type of questions, right? So Kautilya's Arthashastra is very, very important. And what are all written in it, especially the few basic things, few important things will be there, no? So those things also we have to revise, friends. Okay, coming to 61st question. I would like to know now itself that this question is there, no? It was deleted by UPSC. Okay, that means maybe there is no answer for this. Okay, now what we'll do, at least we'll see what UPSC is asking. Tight monetary policy of US Federal Reserve could lead to capital flight. Now see, he's asking about tight monetary policy, right? And reserves. Okay, so keep this in mind. Capital flight may increase the interest cost of firms with existing external commercial borrowings. He's asking about external commercial borrowings. We have seen one question that most of the borrowings from the external commercial borrowings, it is from government or private sector. Okay, maybe it is asked in 2023 or 2024. So he has given the ECBs here, and he asked about ECBs in the next paper. Okay, so these type of things will be there. These are hints for us, okay, for the next examinations. So, of course, UPSC deleted this question, but it has asked the question on ECBs in the upcoming examinations. Right now, see, devaluation of domestic currency decreases the currency risk associated with ECBs. Okay, is asking about devaluation. Okay, so entirely it is regarding forex, inflation, and its external factors. Okay, capital flight. So external sector. This question is from external sector, right? So we have to read this external sector very keenly. Right? Now let's move on to the next question. Consider the following states: Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Tripura. How many of the above are generally known as tea producing states? So this is there. No, this is a moderate term, friends. Okay. So what I felt in the examination, that usually the hilly regions, okay, where the rain is somewhat good, even in the hill stations, the shady regions only, they are conducive for the growing of trees. I felt growing of tea plantations. I felt that it is Himachal Pradesh would not be there. Okay, and Tripura also would not be there. I felt that these are part of Himalayas, no, northeastern. This is Purvanchal, and these are a Himalaya system. I felt that these two will not be there, so I've marked these two. But the answer was all four states. Now see, he's asking about tea producing states, and in the later examination he asked about tea body. Right? But the answer is all four states. Even in Himachal Pradesh also tea is grown. Even in Tripura is also tea is grown. Okay. Now what becomes very important is he's asking about tea. Later he may ask about coffee. Right? So he's asking about agriculture, plantation crops. Right? Their distribution. So you have to read about all these things, friends. Okay, agriculture chapter is very important, and there are many crops, right? So even their geographical distribution is also very, very important. Okay. Coming to 63rd question. In India, credit rating agencies are regulated by Reserve Bank of India. No, friends, these are regulated by SEBI, not RBI. See, if you know one is wrong, answer is 2 and 3. Okay, people call it elimination method, but to eliminate also, you should know that first statement is wrong. Right? Now see, the rating agency popularly known as ICRA is a public limited company. Yes, this is a public limited company only. This is a direct statement question. Now, Brickwork Ratings is an Indian credit rating agency. Yes, this is the foreign agency which is recognized by RBI, okay, as a credit rating agency in India. Okay, it is called External Credit Assessment Agency. Right? So answer is 2 and 3. Now what we have to do? See what is asking. This is all about capital market, right? Credit rating agencies, right? ICRA, credit rating. All these things are there now. Very, very important. And SEBI is also very important. You have to know the functions of it. And we have discussed it. This is Brickwork Ratings is there now. This is the External Credit Assessment Agency, and you have to read about all these things as well. Right? Now, so see, sometimes UPSC may ask direct question on Brickwork Rating or ICRA. Okay? Now, coming to 64th question. Right? With reference to Banks Board Bureau, BBB, which of the following statements are correct? Okay. The governor of RBI is the chairman of BBB. No. The governor of RBI is not the chairman. It is a autonomous body. Right? The chairman can be any person, okay, who is appointed by the central government. Right? Now see, we know first statement is wrong. Answer is 2 and 3. Right? Now see, Bank Board Bureau recommends for the selection of heads for public sector banks. Yes, this statement is true. But if this statement is asked in the subsequent examinations in 2026 or 2027, this statement becomes false. If you know the answer, please let me know in the comment section. Now this bank boards bureau is not there. In the place of this banks board bureau, we have introduced other body. And please, if you know that body name, please let me know in the comment section. Right? No. BBB helps the public sector banks in developing strategies, capital raising, and yes, this is also true. Okay. Now, see, friends. Of course, UPSC is asking about banks board bureau, but now this is dismantled, and we have introduced other body. So that becomes very very important, right? And now see, he's asking about RBI and the governor of RBI. So these powers are also very important. Okay, banking systems. Entirely the banking system chapter is there now. Very very important ones. The inflation and banking are very very important. For the UPSC, we have seen many questions regarding from these chapters only. Right? Now, coming to 65th question. With reference to convertible bonds, consider the following statements. As there is an option to exchange bond for equity, convertible bonds pay lower interest rates. Yes, this statement is absolutely true. You don't want any equity if you want only bond, right? So, how can company people can attract the persons to invest in invest in their company? They'll give higher interest rate for the bonds. Okay, so first statement is correct. Now see, the option to convert to equity affords the bond holder a degree of indexation to rising consumer prices. Yes, is nothing but he is telling this equity will be there. No, it is inflation pinned. Okay, inflation protected. Yes, this is also true. Okay, to attract the investments. Okay. So answer is C. Now what becomes very important is C. This bond market, money market. Okay, all these things are very important. Even in 2020, I think 2025 or 2024 also, we have seen one question which are part of money market. Right? Now, coming to 66th question, consider the following. Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, okay, Missile Technology Control Regime, okay, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. India is a member of which of the above? India is a member of all of the above. Right? There's nothing much to discuss about it. If you know, we know. If not, please leave these type of questions. Now what we have to do? We have to read about this bank, okay, this missile technology, and the other aspects regarding this missile technology. Okay, nuclear programs is there, no? Nuclear energy chapter is very important from science and technology. And see, Shanghai cooperation. These two international relations, generally international relations type of questions only, no? Okay, so other international banking systems are important. Other international cooperative organizations are also very very important. Okay, and we have to know whether India is part of it or not. Okay, let's make a notes of the organizations or a bank or any something where India is not part of it. Okay, if you know that, the rest things become very easy. Right? Now let's make note of it. And now see, I've said no. We have to read about this institute, this bank, the members. Okay, this also their members. Okay, and even this also. Entire nuclear energy chapter is there, no? Very very important. Now coming to 67th question. Vietnam has been one of the fastest growing economies in the world in the recent years. What is telling? Is telling one of the. Means yes, it can be a possibility. So yes, statement 1 is true. Vietnam is led by a multi-party political system. No, Vietnam is led by a single party, right? Not a multiple party. Okay, it is a socialist republic state. Okay, so 2 is wrong. Now see, where 2 is present? Here also 2 is there, here also 2 is there. And we know first statement is true, generally true. If not correctly, we can take this as, we can consider this as a correct statement, right? It's telling one of the fastest growing economies. What's wrong in that? Right? Okay, the answer is C. Okay, so this is how we deal with 50-50 type of questions. Right? Most appropriate answer. Okay, now let's see third statement also. Vietnam's economic growth is linked to its integration with global supply chains and focus on exports. Yes, Vietnam is located in such a strategic location where it is more in the part of global supply chain. Okay, exports and imports, all these things are there. No, Vietnam is integrating its economic growth with this global supply chains. Right, now let's go to the fourth statement. For a long time, Vietnam's low labor costs and stable exchange rates have attracted global manufacturers. Yes, of course, this is the basic aspect where the people come to our country and invest, because labor should be skilled and the cost of labor should be less, right? And also stable exchange rates should be there, right? Now see, Vietnam has the most productive e-service sector in the Indo-Pacific region. What is telling? Most productive, right? So this is there, no? E-service sector is there, no? It is not much developed in Vietnam. Okay, so the answer is 1, 3 and 4. See, UPSC is asking about Vietnam, right? And so we have to know the location of Vietnam, and especially those Asian countries are there, no? They're very, very important. Okay, mapping is also very hard, so we have to look at this mapping as well, right? And we have to read at least about some few countries which are Asian countries and which are in news especially. Okay, now let's go to the 68th question. In India, which one of the following is responsible for maintaining price stability by controlling inflation? Very easy question. Answer is RBI, right? Nothing much to discuss about it. Now what we have to do, we have to read about this department, candidate functions, and expenditure management commission. Some few basic things we have to know. And financial stability and development council, even this also we have to read about it. Few basic things. And of course RBI is very, very important, right? Now coming to 69th question. With reference to non-fungible tokens, NFTs, consider the following statements. They enable the digital representation of physical assets. Yes, this statement is true. They are unique cryptographic tokens that exist on blockchain. Yes, this is also true. Now, they can be traded or exchanged at a equivalency and therefore can be used as a medium of commercial transactions. Now, see here friends, if there is a painting, it will be converted into non-fungible tokens. And if there is an other thing, which is a NFT, right? So there is no correlation between them. They are not closely linked, right? So there will be separate value for this. There will be separate value for that. So they cannot be used as a transaction, used as a medium for the transactions. Okay, so this statement is wrong. Answer is 1 and 2. So don't generally get into the trap of UPSC that answering but by marking all of the above for all the science and technology based questions. Okay, for the application based questions, if there is a possibility, yes, sometimes you'll be asking it can be happen, it can be done. Okay, see here also can is there. This is also misleading term only. Okay, so please be careful with this type of questions. Okay, now coming to 70th question. So the following pairs, reservoirs and states. Okay, Ghataprabha, Telangana. No friends, Ghataprabha is located in Karnataka, not Telangana. Okay, now Gandhi Sagar is there, no? Right? Is telling located in Madhya Pradesh. Yes, this is true. It is located on Chambal River. Okay, now see Indira Sagar. Indira Sagar is also a multi-purpose project which is located in Madhya Pradesh only. Okay, so first is wrong, third is wrong. Right? Now see Maithon Dam, which is located in is saying Chhattisgarh, but no, this is located in Jharkhand. Right? Now what will be the answer? The answer is only 3 pairs. Right? Please don't get confused. See, I deliberately solved this question this way. What we'll do, we'll read this question, and we'll directly jump to the statements and we'll not look at this. What is asking? How many pairs given above are not correctly matched? Right? See, 3 pairs are not correctly matched. Right? See, this thing will miss sometimes. Okay? So whenever you are looking at one question, better first look at this thing, which are closer to the option. Okay, then move to the actual question. Okay, so here the answer is only 3 pairs, correct? See friends, in 2022 pairs type of questions are introduced, right? We have already discussed. So usually when 4 statements are there, it will be either 2 or 3. Okay, so this is sometimes we cannot decide it, but when three questions are there, no, 2 pairs will usually be correct. If it is 5, it will be 3. Okay, for art it is good. See, 3 statements, 2, 5 statements, 3. Okay, so please keep this in mind, but don't use this trick for every type of question. Okay, if you are only attempting 70 questions, then you can use this trick and you can attempt up to 80 questions. If you are attempting 85 questions then and there itself, and if you still want to attempt, please don't do that. Okay, attempting 80 to 85 questions is some good thing. Okay, most decent thing. Up to 90 also you can go, but more than 90, please don't go. Right now, see here, what becomes very important is, see, reservoirs. Okay, especially Ghataprabha, Gandhi Sagar, Indira Sagar, Maithun. Right, he has given all these things, so we have to read, and also we have to read about the reservoirs which are there in these states. See, he's telling Telangana, but answer is Karnataka here. But there can be other reservoirs which are in Telangana, right? Okay, so all those reservoirs also very, very important. Now, let's go to the 71st question. In India, which one of the following compiles information on industrial disputes, okay, closures, retrenchments, and layoffs in factories employing workers? Answer is Labor Bureau. Okay, directly it is linked to the industrial disputes, right? Workers, factories. Okay, very easy question only. Now what we have to do? We have to read about this office, okay, this department, Labor Bureau, labor laws, labor codes, all these things. Fortunately, I became Assistant Commissioner of Labor I got selected in TGPSC PCS exam. Okay, and then technical. See, even this also we have to read few basic things about it, because UPSC has given these organizations or these offices in the options. Sometimes UPSC may ask direct question from these things. Okay, this is how we have to analyze PYQs. I have not done, that's why I failed 5 times. Now, in India, what is the role of Coal Controllers Organization? Right? Now, let's go to the statements. CCO is the major source of coal statistics in Government of India. Yes, this is true. It monitors progress of development of captive coal and lignite blocks. Yes, this is also true. It hears any objection to the government's notification relating to acquisition of coal-bearing areas. This is also true. Okay, now see, it ensures that coal mining companies deliver the coal to end users in the prescribed time. Now see, this statement, it is looking somewhat weird, right? It is a controller organization regulatory board. Why it will focus on consumer delivery things? Right? See, remove 4. Okay, and see, these 3 statements are there, no, they are very general. Right, 50-50 is there. Right, the answer is A. If you don't know, please leave these type of questions. Okay, if you want to take risk, please converge to 50-50. Then you can take risk. Okay, this is the calculated risk. Now what we have to do, friends? So you have to read about Coal Controllers Organization, CCO, Coal India, and coal related things are there, no? And Minerals and Resources, other organizations, Minerals and Resources Act, Mining Act, all these things become very, very important, friends. Okay, they are in current affairs as well. Right? They are in news. Coming to 73rd question. If a particular area is brought under 5th schedule of Constitution of India, which one of the following statements best reflects the consequence of it? See, right question. In 5th schedule, whichever the area is placed, okay, it will be the land which is given to the tribal, it will be protected. So it will not be transferred to the non-tribal people. Okay, so see, the answer is this would prevent the transfer of land of tribal people to non-tribal people. Okay, direct straightforward question is asking about 5th schedule. Okay, so schedules become very important in the Lakshmikant book also. There are dedicated chapters of the schedule areas. So please read that. Okay, we usually we don't revise them. We'll again start from the beginning. We'll read the making of constitution up to parliament will come. All these things we'll do. And we'll neglect local self-government schedule areas. Okay, constitutional bodies, non-constitutional bodies. Okay, questions usually come from there. And they are easy questions only. Okay, and on the schedules, in the ASPCS Pathshala YouTube channel, there is a dedicated video on the entire schedules, all 12 schedules. Okay, please watch that video. And the notes of that video I have shared in the Telegram channel. You can search for that. Okay, coming to 74th question. Consider the following statements. Okay, India Sanitation Coalition is a platform to promote sustainable sanitation and is funded by Government of India and World Health Organization. See here, friends. World Health Organization, Government of India. Usually these type of statements will be there. No, they are incorrect only. Okay, there is a partnership model. It is not by World Health Organization or Government of India. There are multiple stakeholders are there in that. Okay, all the people, different type of people. So first is gone. Now, National Institute of Urban Affairs is an apex body of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs in the Government of India and provides innovative solutions to address the challenges of urban India. This institute is there, no? It is the apex body of Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. But this becomes false. Okay, the entire functions which I said is good, but it is not the apex body under that urban affairs. Okay, so even second statement is also false. Answer is B. Right? Usually we see, no, whenever the ministry is there in the statements, usually those type of statements will be wrong. Here also it is wrong, but here it belongs to that. It is under that ministry, but it is not the apex body. Okay, please remember this. See, sometimes UPSC will be asking these type of questions. Indian Sanitation Coalition, urban, farmers unions, farmer associations. Sometimes we have seen few questions, right? Okay, I don't know where UPSC picks these type of questions. If you don't know, please don't attempt these type of questions. Okay, it is better to not leave these type of questions. Now, coming to the last question for this video. Which one of the following has been constituted under Environment Protection Act 1986? Direct question, friends. The answer is Central Groundwater Authority. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to read about this commission and the act. Okay, this commission and the related act, and this also related act. Okay, of course, it is constituted under the Environment Protection Act, and there are other commissions or other bodies that are constituted under the Environment Protection Act, right? So those things are also very, very important. Let's try to make notes of these things. Okay, so that's it, friends. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching this video till the end, whoever people are watching. And if you like the content from this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the content. Please comment your valuable feedback in the comment section. And if you feel these videos are worthy, please share to your friends and family who are preparing for competitive exams. Okay. Thank you, friends. Let's meet in the next video. Jai Hind.